Hi everybody, this is moving vlog number 2. As you can see, I got a new storage container for clothes behind me, along with the one I've had for a little while that's loaded with clothes, all unorganized. I also got a bunch of books in the trunk, and yeah, here we go. I'm on my way to my to-be apartment. Of course, getting ready to go. Got my trusty music. I'm one of those weirdos who still uses a classic style iPod, and I like to have my music organized in a very specific way, and I like to have it on a separate machine than my phone, and also get to display the album cover artwork like that. Okay, moving on. Well, I'll be. It's a perfect fit. Two of them stack up quite nicely. Let's see, how much space is like not too much. You could probably even put something behind there, like storage or something. Yeah, well, I made a smart decision there. So that'll be more than enough ample space to put clothes. And now the fun part will be organizing all of this. So I guess for the next hour, I'm gonna either be doing this or I'm going to be getting the storage tubs for the other items I brought here, particularly the Funko Pops that you saw in the last video, and the books. Decisions. Well, you'll see after the edit, I suppose. Well, that went by rather quick. I managed to fill up the whole, like the new one. I filled all 3 bins, and I filled up 1 1/4 bins of the, I think I put the old one on the bottom and then the new one on top. But again, the only, I guess, issue that I have is that these don't lock. So if I were to pull that, it actually comes out. It doesn't like interlock. But it's small potatoes. Maybe I'll work around it some way or another. But yeah, I think I've reserved this for pants, and shirts will be in the dresser that I'm taking from my bedroom at home, which is basically all in this box right here. Like sweaters and stuff. That was my hoodie that was in the way. So that task is done, thankfully. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to head to the nearby Walmart, which is like conveniently down a couple of streets, and then I'm going to store some of these books that I took from my studio downstairs and these Funko Pops. So I'll be back in a few. Intermission. All right, storage bins acquired. Plot twist though, the books are not going to go into the storage bins. Instead, I'm going to take them to that sort of cabinet that you saw in the last video. So just give me 1 second. We're going to take a look at that. This thing right here. Oh yeah, that's ample space for some of these books. And that's not even all of them. Of course, me being a big animation fan and also an artist, I'm gonna have some required readings here. A lot of these are the Chronicle Books art ofs of both Disney feature animation movies and Pixar films. And got some other ones in here too. Some of them by former Disney artists, and like biographies of sorts, guides, you know, animation how-tos and whatnot. So yeah, we're gonna kind of step by step. I'm gonna take one of the biggest out of here first. Of course, this is one of the legendary books right here, The Illusion of Life by 2 of Disney's 9 old men, Frank Thomas and Ollie Johnston. This is the hardcover edition. I'm gonna put that in there first. And then we got Richard Williams, The Animator's Survival Kit, another must-have for artists, animators, just anybody really. Like even if you're like a game developer or something, it's one of the all-time tomes basically. I'm afraid it's gonna fall, so I gotta put something there. That would be embarrassing if they fell on video, these 2 sacred books in animation history. I think I'll put the Art of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse next, even though that's quite a wide book, but still, there's space, like, excellent. I didn't hit that too hard, did I? No, I didn't. But yeah, like, I'm loving this so far. What am I going to put in here next? It's kind of going to put them in a random order, honestly. Two guys named Joe, about Joe Grant and Joe Ramped. They need no introduction if you're an animation fan, but if you're watching this and you're not up to speed with animation history, that's fine. I'll explain who they are because I got free time, and this is a vlog, so it's pretty chill. Joe Grant worked for Walt Disney, as you could tell. You could see the Haggard from Snow White. And Joe Ramped worked for Pixar, as you could see with Heimlich and some of his other like story sketches for Toy Story. And it was about the two of them. It was written by John Kingmaker. It's two guys named Joe. Joe Grant, Joe Ramped. Preston Blair was a Disney animator, and this was one of his legendary animation how-to books and character design and whatnot. Essential things to have. We have another Disney book here, this time on Marc Davis. Again, another one of the 9 Old Men. Marc Davis, Walt Disney's Renaissance man. Everything from his work on the animated features to the theme parks. That's where he went to after, I want to say Dalmatians was the last one he worked on. But yeah. And then got the Animator's Workbook by Tony White. You know, I'm actually blanking on Tony White. I want to say he was a Disney animator. If he wasn't a Disney animator, then he was, let me see. Oh, it doesn't say, but yeah, this is like a good how-to guide. I got these books a long time ago, too. All right, so next one I want to put on the shelf is Didier Guez's, I think that's how you say his name, Didier Guez. Disney's They Drew as They Please. This is the first book in the series, and it was on the 1930s, of course, the golden age of Disney animation. I'm going to assume, it's been a long time since I cracked open the book, but it's probably got the 20s in there as well. I've got a great Tuscan book on the entire Walt Disney filmography that spans from the early 20s up until the late 60s. This is good stuff. This is exemplary. I don't always have the time in the world to crack these books open, but now in my new place, I should be able to, now that I got so many commitments out of the way. So we got Dream Worlds by Hans Bacher, former Disney, and Francis Glebus, another former Disney. Books on creating worlds and directing story. Just, again, really essential stuff. So, because I'm such a nerd, I'm going to start with the Disney animation art of books. So we got The Art of Wreck-It Ralph. The movie came out in 2012, so that comes first. And then we got The Art of Big Hero 6. Came out in 2014. And then this is a fantastic one because there's just so much stuff to get lost in. We got The Art of Zootopia. And now we're gonna move on to the Pixar art of books. The first of which, the earliest of which in my collection, is The Art of the Incredibles, a 2004 film, so it comes first. I like to put things in chronological order. Then after Incredibles was Cars in 2006. Got The Art of Cars. And then next you got The Art of Wall-E. I don't have all of them because Ratatouille would be in between these two. But I don't have all of them. And we got The Art of Up, 2009. Wall-E was 2008. Up was 2009. And then we got The Art of Toy Story 3. Movie came out in 2010. And then the last of my Pixar art of books, Finding Dory, which came out in 2016. Finding Dory I actually got because it was such a good deal. That movie came out way after Toy Story 3. That movie came out in 2016. And now we're down to 2 more books. They are paperbacks. We've got The Vaults of Walt by Jim Korkis. Lots of not as well-known stories about Walt Disney and all his films and his theme parks and such. There's also a volume 2, but I don't have that. And here we have Before Mickey, the animated film, 1898 to 1928 by Donald Crafton. Yeah, we're good to go so far. And then I'm going to take these boxes back to my soon-to-be former home, and I'm going to load them up with more books. And then that'll probably be the subject of the next vlog whenever I choose to film that. Probably Friday, because I plan to get all this stuff done as much as possible. I have work tomorrow, so I can't necessarily come here tomorrow, but yeah, so far so good. And, oh, just plenty of space. All right, so it's time to load at least one of these storage containers that I just got from Walmart. Let's crack open the thing of Funkos. And by crack open, I mean just pull some tape. So yeah, and this isn't even all of them. The rest of them are at my 2B Former home. Let's have a look-see. There we are. There's quite a few characters there. It's like a little pop store next to me. So let's see. I'm going to start loading this sterile bin. So yeah, first off, we got Happy from Snow White, obviously. Now, he's clearly from Pinocchio. So we got Tiana and Naveen. Naveen is very, very little. Can you see him? They're just going to go in here for now, honestly. Like, they're probably going to be put somewhere else. I just got to figure out in terms of shells. Got Alice Angel from Bendy and the Ink Machine. I prefer to lay them down on their side like this. Takes up less space. All right, so you got Q*bert. This flap is not having it, man. Hackman. Wreck-It Ralph, specifically for the Ralph Breaks the Internet promotion, not the original Wreck-It Ralph. I wasn't collecting Pops back then, and I think it went out of print. Went on moratorium, you could say. Sorry about the angle. We got Kuzco, Emperor Kuzco. I think there's a Pop for his llama form, too. Got Moana. She's got an aura there. That was a Target exclusive. And these storage bins aren't going to be able to fit all of these, but I'm going to put them all in there anyways because I want to take the box home. And I'll probably buy more. Who's to say I shouldn't? Cuphead. Got a flocked Max Pop. Of course, Max from How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Boris the Wolf from Bendy and the Ink Machine. We got particularly heavy Bing Bong from Inside Out Pop. Let's see. We've got she's called the Witch, but she's actually the Hag from Snow White. The old hag. You know, the queen, the hag. We got Maui from Moana. These are all going to be put in like order and organized by movie and such. Dig Dug. This is like a 8-bit style Dig Dug. It's really, really cool. Yeah, these are not all going to fit in here. Space Ghost. Poe. Kung Fu Panda. Fair from Inside Out. I'm going to try to actually get through all these as quickly as I can, so I'm not taking up too much video time. Blacklight Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's. T'Challa, Black Panther. Still haven't seen Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I've been so busy that I've barely been able to keep up with movies. Spyro the Dragon and Sparks. Sparks is like really little. And we got Tom with a cleaver. Tom and Jerry, of course. Oh, don't you mean Tom from Looney Tunes? Hank the Septopus. Batman. Just Batman. Just a regular DC Pop, not from any particular Batman movie or show. Jiminy Cricket, which was an Amazon exclusive, and Elastigirl, particularly the Incredibles 2 release of Elastigirl. They weren't making Funko Pops in 2004 when the first Incredibles came out. Kubo and Little Hanzo. Little Origami Hanzo, I think. And Fred from Big Hero 6. Of course, Kubo is from Kubo and the Two Strings, if you've ever seen that. Here we have Flick from Bug's Life and a green chrome Yoda. Pretty good, that is. Not my Yoda impression, though. That's probably horrible. I apologize. Couple more here. Shadow Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's. Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas. A special Sorcerer's Mickey artist print, which is interesting. He's covered in like a starry background. King Homer and small regular sized Marge, of course, from the King Homer segment of the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror. I forget which one. I think it was like 3 or 4 maybe. Got Nurse Betty Boop. Got Wall-E. Got Leonardo. Got Crody Robot from Mystery Science Theater 3000. Nathan Drake from Uncharted. Obviously the game version, not the movie version, where he's played by Tom Holland. I didn't see the movie. Jyn Erso from Rogue One, Star Wars, of course. Crash Bandicoot. And regular Freddy. We still got quite a few more to go here. As you can see there, you got Spider-Man Noir from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the Xenomorph from Alien, BB-8, of course, from Star Wars, Imperator Furiosa from Mad Max Fury Road. You got Kara from Solo, a Star Wars story. You got Chica from Five Nights at Freddy's. You got Prince. You got Vault Boy from Fallout, of course. First Order Executioner. Debbie Harry. Foxy the Pirate, of course, again from Five Nights at Freddy's. And you got Finn. Remember these up here too. Spider-Man, it's the Homecoming version. Venom. It's I think it's Eddie Brock. Yeah, it's like Eddie Brock being overtaken by the symbiote, by Venom. Rocket. I believe the version of Rocket that I have was for Guardians 2, not the first one. Eggsy and Gazelle from Kingsman, The Secret Service. And Luke Skywalker. Of course, older Luke Skywalker as he appears in The Force Awakens. And here's the rest that are with me at the house right now. The rest are at my to-be-former home. Got Gamora. Again, I think that's the Guardians 2 version. Mr. Big from Zootopia. Doctor Strange. Harry and Valentine from Kingsman. Bonnie, regular Bonnie, Five Nights at Freddy's. That's T'Challa in a different outfit. She-Hulk, not related to the show. This is a She-Hulk that was released in like 2017, I want to say. Captain America, this is like Civil War era, I think. Goose the Cat from Captain Marvel. And Gold Iron Man, Gold Chrome Iron Man. And Valkyrie from Thor Ragnarok. Thankfully, didn't fill the whole tub here. But, of course, things are going to rotate over time as more stuff is brought over here. And if I somehow find a space for all the pops. So far that's, so far so good. All right, we'll just put that over there. And the good news is I get to take all these boxes back to my old place. And, yeah, no worries. I can just keep packing up. Yeah, we made some pretty solid progress today. So yeah, it's just now a matter of getting all the stuff here and figuring out where it all goes. You know, again, just like figuring it all out and organizing and such, but getting the stuff here is my #1 priority at the moment. Oh, come on, finger, you just get in the way of the lens. Okay, here we go. So yeah, made a lot of progress today, and I apologize if I don't look my best today. I mean, I never do when it comes to like shooting videos or anything like that, but yeah, so far, day 2 of loading stuff and moving stuff from one place to another. Yeah, we're doing pretty good, I would say. But yeah, like I said, I'm like super happy with the place and all the space that I have, and I'm getting a better sense of where everything is going to go, and yeah, just so far so good. So I think right about here is where I'm going to call it quits for this video. And if I come back up here on Friday and unload and unpack some more stuff, yeah, I'll definitely do a part 3. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching. This is Kylo signing off. Bye-bye.